Hi everybody, Robert here. Today's video is called 3 Stress Management Exercises for Seniors. Because of the COVID virus and just generally the state of the world, I thought it was time I shared these 3 exercises with you. I hope you learn them. I hope you share them with your family and your friends and your loved ones, because they do work. All of them involve your hands and your fingers. The first one is a tapping exercise. It's an energy freedom technique that's been around for a long time. The second one is a storytelling, problem-solving exercise. It's been around for a long time too. And the third one is an ancient Chinese Confucius way to relieve energy or stress or anxiety in your body. It deals with energy too. So let's just find out how to do these. They're not that complicated. You don't have to go anywhere. You can sit right where you are, relax, and just follow along. And then we'll get rid of all this nasty stress and anxiety that's in the world today. And by the way, you can do these exercises whenever you need to. I should begin by telling you that you get energy by eating food. The energy eventually becomes a chemical compound that moves through your body, feeding all your organs. It has a name. I think it's called adenosine triphosphate, or something fancy like that. So when I talk about energy, it is a real thing. And the energy, as it passes through your body, we're going to call those passageways meridians. And if you tap, sort of like the bus station of the meridian, or the hub of the meridian, or grand central station of a certain meridian, if you tap that spot, if there's some kind of chaos happening in that particular meridian, or there's a traffic jam or something's going on, the tapping will make everything flow better. So let's just find out where the 9 meridian tapping points are and do some tapping. To do the tapping exercise properly, and it doesn't take long, you have to start with something that's bothering you, something that's causing you stress or anxiety. And you take that thought and you turn it into a simple statement. For example, this COVID virus is frustrating me. That would do it. And of course, everybody has different anxious ideas, and you can have a different one every day, or you can do this as many times during the day as you want, with a different statement. But I think that's the one we'll use today just as an example. This COVID virus is frustrating me. That's the first statement. Then you've got to have another positive statement about yourself. So I'm going to say, I'm a positive guy and I think I can handle the situation. So I'll say, as I tap, this COVID virus is frustrating me and I'm a positive guy and I think I can handle things. So the first place you're going to tap is right here on your karate chop part of your hand, between the base of your baby finger and this bone right there. You're going to tap here. And you're just going to tap lightly as you say the 2 statements. You could tap on that side too, or just on this side, doesn't matter. So this is position number 1, meridian number 1. So as I tap, I say, this COVID virus frustrates me, but I'm a positive guy and I can handle it. So do it again and say it with me. This COVID virus frustrates me, but I'm a positive person and I can handle it. Okay? You don't have to use exactly those words. You can even say it in your head. You don't have to say it out loud. That's position number 1. Position number 2 is right here where the eyebrow meets the top of the nose. So we're going to tap and we're going to go. You can tap both of them at the same time or just one side, doesn't matter. So I'm going to tap away here and I'm going to say, this COVID virus frustrates me, but I'm a positive guy and I can handle it. That's number 2. Number 3 is right here where the eyebrow comes around here. Take your pick, do both sides at the same time, doesn't matter. This COVID virus frustrates me, but I'm a positive guy and I can handle it. That's number 3. Number 4 is this bony part below your eyes. This COVID virus frustrates me, but I'm a positive guy and I can handle it. Or girl. The next one is right below your nose and above your lip. This COVID virus frustrates me, but I'm a positive person and I can handle it. And then right below your lip and above your chin, this COVID virus frustrates me, but I'm a positive person and I can handle it. And then there's your collarbone, and there's like a little soft spot right there where the bones sort of dip. So on either side of that soft spot, you're going to tap. This COVID virus frustrates me, but I'm a positive person and I can handle it. The next one is under your arm, either side. Choose a side. Do them both at the same time. This COVID virus frustrates me, but I'm a positive person and I can handle it. And the last one is the top of your head, right in the middle of the top of your head. This COVID virus frustrates me, but I'm a positive person and I can handle it. And that's it. And even if you don't believe the positive statement that you're making, after you say the negative one, it'll still work. The stress will go away. Okay? So let's just see. This was number 1. Number 2 was here. Number 3 was here or here. Number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let me count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, I keep forgetting the one below my eye. Don't forget the one below your eye. And that's it. So that's exercise number 1. Freeing up your energy through tapping. Exercise number 2 is all about problem solving. And if you've ever told a story to someone else, or you've read a story or watched a story, like a movie or something on TV, something with a beginning, a middle, and an end. Doesn't matter if it's true or it doesn't matter if it's fiction, doesn't matter. A story, a good story, something that's, well, if it's well told or written, it'll have a really good beginning where it introduces the characters and the setting and all that kind of stuff, and then it presents the problem, and then it takes you through solving the problem, and then at the end, in the climax part, the ending of it, the problem is solved. Everything's resolved. So that's a way you're going to reduce stress too. And you do that, problem solving, with a story, and it's a Chinese Confucius kind of a story. I'm going to tell you the story. I want you to remember the story, and then we'll do the exercises with the fingers. So once upon a time, God was up in heaven, and he was thinking about what's going on down on earth, and he thought, you know what, I got to do something about that mess they've got happening down there. So I'm going to get my right hand helper here, Thunder, and I'm going to say to Thunder, Thunder, I want you to go down there and I want you to fix the problem. So Thunder said, okay. So he or she got the magic potion, which was water, in the form of rain, and he took the rain and he dropped it on the mountains of the planet. And the rain dribbled down the sides of the mountains and hit the terra firma, the earth. And when it did that, it created quite a wind. And the wind picked up and blew and blew and blew all that nastiness, that fire, right into the lake. And that was the end of it. So it's not a very complicated story. It starts off in heaven, which is number 1. Thunder is number 2. Rain is number 3. And the mountain is number 4. And then the earth, the terra firma, earth is number 5. The wind is number 6. The fire is number 7, the bad stuff that's happening. And the lake is number 8, where the fire went. You got that? Got it all memorized? Good. So you're going to be thinking about that story as you put your fingers in certain positions. And we're talking about the 6 fingers in the middle, not the thumb and not the baby fingers. They can relax. They don't get to play. So this first position, number 1, represents heaven, where it all began with God thinking about what was going on. Heaven. They're all joined together, stuck together. They form 3 solid straight lines. Heaven. And then thunder is the bottom 2 are stuck and the rest are open. So it's only 1 solid line at the bottom. That's thunder. Rain, solid in the middle. Mountain, solid at the top. So let's do those again. When they're all stuck together, 3 solid straight lines, it's called heaven. Solid at the bottom, thunder, solid in the middle, rain, solid at the top, mountain. When they're all open, the waters dribble down the mountain and hit the terra firma, or the earth. They're all open, all broken lines. The wind picks up. The wind is only broken at the bottom and blows the fire, broken in the middle, into the lake. Let's do the last 4. So we've got the earth, wind at the bottom, fire, lake. So that's the story in your head. Those are the finger positions. Let's just go through it one time all the way through. So that's heaven, thunder, rain, mountain, earth, wind, fire, lake. So let's suppose you've got a headache or a sinus problem, something's going on up here, or you feel really, really stressed in your head and your brain's clogged or something. You can hold these fingers, 6 fingers over top of that area. You can be lying down and do this. You can sit up and do it. Doesn't matter. You can do it anywhere you want. You don't have to say anything out loud. You can think the story. It's better if you think the story, get the steps in this problem solving in order. Anyway, hold it there. I'm just going to say it out loud again. So this is heaven, thunder, rain, mountain, earth, wind, fire, lake. Done. Relieve the stress. Or let's suppose you had something going on in your chest, like you couldn't breathe, you had a cold, the flu, something was going on, your heart was racing, you were really uptight. You could hold them over top of your heart and do them. Or suppose you had some kind of an infection down here, or you had, diarrhea, constipation, or maybe you just had a stomach ache or something, okay? You couldn't pee, I don't know what it is, but something's going on down here. Hold this over your belly button and go through the 8 positions. You got that? So that's problem solving. Exercise number 3 comes from the Japanese culture, a long time ago, of course. And it's all about making gestures with your fingers and your hands. And those gestures are called mudras or mudras. M-U-D-R-A-S. A mudra or a madras. And before we get into the actual gestures that we're going to be making, and by the way, there's 5 of them. The universe, and especially the planet Earth, are made up of 5 elements, according to these Japanese ancient, famous, very smart people. And you'll see a connection between these 5 elements and the exercise number 2 that we did with our fingers too. For example, just so I don't get them wrong here, there's fire in the mudras. That's your thumb. It represents fire. That was in the other one too, right? The other storytelling, problem-solving finger exercises. And then your index finger, that's the air around you. That could be the wind, maybe, the air around you. That represents fear. That's the emotion that's attached to the index finger, like, stay away from me. And then your middle finger, that represents anger. Well, we know all about that. Anger. I think the other day I was in the grocery store and I didn't have a mask on, and I was going down the aisle the wrong way, and somebody gave me the anger finger. And that represents the air around you. And then your index finger, that represents sadness and the earth. So the terra firma in the other exercise, the earth is also in this one. And then water is represented here in the baby finger, and that's self-esteem, how you feel about yourself. So there's all these emotions in these fingers, and there's names according to the elements in the universe, similar to the other one in number 2. But let's not worry about that. That's just a little bit of the history. Let's get into the gestures. And I don't want to get these wrong because they sometimes get a little bit confusing here. But here we go. Gesture number 1 is you take your thumb and your index finger and you put them together like that, and you spread these 3 fingers apart. So we can do that with this hand too, the thumb and the index finger, with these 3 fingers spread apart, is gesture number 1. You can just sit in that position or stand in that position whenever you need to be more alert. Maybe you've been up too long, or you've been trying to finish a project, or there's a lot of stress and it's just confusing you. You could get into this gesture number 1. Okay? Alertness. All right, gesture number 2 is quite easy too. You take the middle finger and the index finger, which is this one, and you stick them together. So I'm going to take these 2 fingers, the middle finger and the index finger, and stick them together. Okay? And then I'm going to put my hands together like this. With these other fingers, I'm going to bend them and take these 2 thumbs and point them at my body. So these are supposed to be up, these 4 stuck and up. These 2 here on the ends are supposed to be bent, and these 2 are pointing at my body like that. And this one's all about time management. If I'm having problems with time and how I manage it, I sit in this position or stand in this position with my fingers in this gesture. Okay, time management. And then number 3, you take your index finger, which is this one, and your thumb, okay, and you stick them together. You take the other ones and you connect them. So you're like this. So your index finger, they're pointing up, and your thumbs are pointing down, and the other ones are all connected like that. And this is all about calming yourself down. Something's been going on, the stress is building up, so you're going to calm yourself down. Okay, that's number 3. There's what that one looks like. And if I'm going to sit like this too, it also says if you can get your elbows up and your arms out like this, that would be even better. But if you're just like this, that's okay. But this is the way it looks. So your index fingers are together pointing up. Your thumbs are together pointing at you. These are interlaced, the other ones, and your elbows are up and you got wings. So you're sitting here going, oh my God, I need to get calmer. Okay? Number 4 is all about your heart. So you take your index finger and your thumb, okay, these two, just put them together again, the index finger and the thumb, and then you put the rest of them all inside there like that, and spread these apart like this. So you're going to push the index fingers away and the thumbs away, and the rest of them are in there. You got like a little holder for a cup or something. That one, and that regulates your heartbeat. Because sometimes when we get stressed, our heart races. Well, this will slow it down. Okay, I'm pushing on my fingertips, spreading them apart and pushing this together. That's all about the heart and how that is affected by stress. And the last one, you're just all round uptight, anxious. The world's just, maybe it's the COVID virus. It's just got to you and you're just feeling one anxious person. So it says here, you take the tips of your thumbs, okay, and you put them together in front of you like this, and the rest of them you just squeeze into the palms. Go like that. This is just like, instead of chewing on your nails, because you're worried so much, you put the thumbnails together and squeeze your hands like this and make a fist. You don't have to put your arms up like wings or anything, just sit like this. And that's number 5. Okay, you got those? A little bit complicated, not as easy as number 2. But maybe if you just remember one of them, how about this one? Just all around anxious, you're gonna sit like this. And that'll do it, because all of your fingers are connected to organs in your body which have the energy flowing through it. And you're trying to manipulate that energy, get it smooth throughout. And then you'll feel a lot better. And the stress will go away. So I don't know which one you like the best. Maybe the tapping, maybe the problem solving with the story about heaven and thunder going down and throwing the fire into the lake. Or maybe you like the Japanese, this one here, the mudras. Okay? I don't know. Good luck. Over and out until next time, and be safe and be relaxed.